When you're on the ships, you don't do you do long contracts on there? Because I
We
go
do a
on for
week.
like a couple weeks at a time.
Ours is only every 1 week is our contract.
Oh,
So,
is
yeah.
it on
We
purpose?
do-
You do that, or is just
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
all they want you?
Well, kind of
We
both.
can only
Like,
take it a week.
like Disney wants, we always do like 2 cruises, but we do back half of one and first half of the next,
Yeah.
so we overlap 2.
And they get more work out of us, and at first we thought, man, we're just working every day, but we get in front of so many more people that way. And one of the there's been many great kind of fallbacks, extra things we've gotten from doing the cruises.
Some perks.
Yeah, and one of the main ones is a lot of great work and jobs that just from people seeing.
We get a
us
lot of
and calling
corporate
us
gigs and a
later.
lot of other stuff from people going, "Hey, I saw you on the Fantasy. Can you come up to Canada and do our whatever?" And
Yeah.
we're
And
like,
that's where you make
"Canada,
money."
fancy."
Oh, it's been cool. There's like so many,
It's cold
so many
up
neat
there.
You're out
opportunities.
there walking around Canada. All the
Yeah,
time.
you have to have your Canada attitude.
Yeah.
You're like,
Yeah.
Actually,
You're walking around
everyone in
with gas
Canada
mask.
genuinely
That's
is.
like the friendliest place we've ever.
Yeah. Do that in New York. Wear your gas mask and walk around.
Okay,
and
yeah.
It might have changed a little bit.
Yeah,
You might not
probably.
wanna- Yeah.
My
You might not want to.
danger
There might be a lot
zone.
of people doing that.
That's true.
Oh yeah, true
Yeah.
story. So, but
call
on
it
the
art.
ships, it's a little challenging. Like, do you haul all of your?
We got a 3 foot by 4 foot road case that we send ahead. All the buckets and barrels stack into each other.
Mm-hmm.
And, tap board collapses into pieces, and we have a couple propane tanks. And our main set for like doing a show, we can ship off now and then.
So we've
Yeah,
got
I
a
guess
bare
that's all the
minimum
pictures.
set that we kind
And
of
then
leave.
we
at
bring with
Disney.
our
Yeah.
travel with our guitars and ukuleles and some extra buckets, and we're all
Well,
set to go.
Yeah, but with your buckets and your trash cans and all that, you use those, right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they all compact down, so you can make it look like it's a huge show, and you just have the
Well,
one.
and
road
the
case.
lighting on Disney. Oh, it's the theaters they have on the ships are.
They know what they're
beautiful.
doing.
They're so massive
and,
too.
and you're
yeah,
working
and if
with
you-
a full tech crew that's just top of the line people, and so it's really cool experience for
Yeah.
us.
So how long do you perform here in Branson this summer? This year.
This summer we started in the last week of May and we go through August 14th.
yeah.
Oh, okay.
So
For the
just
summer.
quickie. Yeah, summer only is kind of our.
And usually we'll do 3 weeks in March, and then we'll do all of the summer, and that's kind of been our, the first couple years we tried to do longer runs than that, and you pinpoint real quick like what definitely works and what's
Because our crowd's changed.
Yeah, and we've realized over the years, like, okay, we know definitively this is when our crowd is here, and this is when we need to travel, and
Yeah, right,
so
right.
it's kind of one of those.
But it's,
And you have kids.
yeah, we
I
both
know.
do. Yeah,
Oh,
I got,
okay.
I
That's
got
what
two
I
little
three,
girls,
yeah.
and he's got 3 little girls.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. And so, what do they think about you doing the cruise ship? See, my kids are so used to it.
But they get to go on about once a year. We've been able to bring our families with us. Like this Christmas, we're bringing them on the Fantasy for a week, and they'll book us the full week on that specific one.
Yeah, right.
So we'll work like the first 3 days, and then actually get the rest of it to just do family stuff.
Yeah,
which
my
is
kids
pretty
loved it. They
awesome.
came on the
Yeah.
first cruise this year.
Yeah.
And they loved it. They just thought it was amazing.
Yeah.
My little girl loved dressing up and going to all the things and stuff.
Yeah.
And it was really funny because she started introducing herself as Cassie James, and that's not her real last name. That's
Right.
just my station. We thought it was hilarious because she just heard it around the ship.
Yeah.
And, Hi, I'm Cassie James. Like,
You know
that's
the
kind of
guy.
not your name.
My wife thought it was funny too, because the first time we came on, I pre-warned her in a way, and I'm like, we're kind of just who we are, but on the cruise ship somehow we're super popular. And she was like, okay,
Because the
we'll
people
see.
can't get away from
Yeah,
it.
and
It's
then
so cute.
and people they even by the end of the cruise recognized wives and kids, and they're like, your husband is so talented. Like, so she became famous because we were famous, and it was
But it
very
is
bizarre.
a funny
yeah.
dynamic because in Branson, you talk to people after the show or at intermission. We talk to people, and you get this kind of short little time to interact, and we love that. We go out
Yeah,
after
we
every
try to give
show
as much
and-
as we
and
can to
talk
the
with
crowds
people, and
and
it's
stuff.
just enjoyable, and get to give little lessons to the kids or things like that. And so on the ships, you're there with them for another 3 or 4 days if you do, especially if you do the first night show, and it's really been cool to like sit down in the coffee shop and talk with a family for an
Yeah,
hour
right.
and
Where they
have
invite
that.
you to dinner and stuff
Yeah.
like that. I get
Yeah,
that.
it's fun. Like, and then you walking around the ship. We do a lot of call and response stuff. Like, do this, and the audience yells "booyah" and different
yeah, yeah.
different
Whoop,
things.
whoop is one of them,
Oh,
and
I
so
see.
like we have all
Those
these hand
trademarks.
gestures.
So we'll be
and-
walking around the ship, and kids are screaming at us. And
Yeah, mine is the ta-da thing, everybody. I don't know if you've been to the show, but I do a little thing in the show.
Oh,
and
nice,
The kids
yeah.
have to yell ta-da. And
Nice,
all this, but,
nice.
But on the ship, I always kid around that if I do the welcome show, then everybody knows you the whole cruise.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
But a lot of cruises I just do, like you were saying, the farewell.
Yeah.
And so the whole cruise, I'm just this creepy guy.
Just
by
this
himself.
guy.
Like, who is that guy?
That's how
by the
we.
pool?
That's how we feel
But
on
you're
the.
together. Like,
Yeah.
you guys
Yeah.
could do things together. It's just me and I'm
Yeah,
like,
well,
Yeah, but then they also think if they haven't seen the show, like, well, those guys are together
Oh,
because
well, I
we're
just
always
assume.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Well.
you know.
but
we've been holding hands.
we're
and
very
everything, like the whole
different.
time.
we kind of being that we've traveled so much. We started with Disney about 4 years ago, and we used to do about 15 weeks a year, and now we've kind of pulled back because we're trying to travel the full show more.
Mm-hmm.
We're still doing Disney and doing other gigs, but now we're starting to tour the theatrical, like going to theaters in different cities and stuff.
About colleges. You do colleges?
We've thought about it. We've done a little bit and been approached by some agents to do that. And right now we're kind of booked solid through the end of this year and into next year. And what's been kind of fun, I guess, is as we've been building the show up, is finding what's the most enjoyable and beneficial, and like what's the best use of our time, and,
Right.
And also what leaves family time, because we
Yeah.
we specifically, I mean, we say booked up, but that means we're booked, but we also want to have this free
yeah,
time.
if we're away
'cause
for a week, we're home for a week.
We're not
and a
gone
half,
for like
or-
3 months straight because we
Yeah,
don't.
It's
we don't
been
want
a
to do
cool
that.
trade-off after doing, something like Dixie, or even doing several shows where we were in Clay's and doing our show. You have so much less free time, even though you're at home, living at home full time with your family, but you're going show.
Yeah, right.
And now we might be gone for a week, but then we come home and we won't schedule anything for that week or week and a half after that, and it's so cool. Like we have so much more
It
quality
feels weird,
time.
doesn't it, though?
Yeah,
Oh,
just sitting
sure.
at home going, well, I guess
When
I
have
can
a
mow the
day off,
yard
I'm
or I
like,
can do the
shouldn't I be
dishes
doing
or
something?
Yeah.
Yeah.